finally here for chapter 2. I just wanted to come back and make a note about the size of variables. Now, this is in a table in chapter 2. So again, if the idea of the storage size of a variable is a mystery, go back and check. There's actually a really good podcast we have on the size of variables. So I'm just going to go through here. I've already run it because the interesting stuff is happening up here. So we have the idea of a size of, and this is the bitwise amount of space it takes for the actual variable to be stored someplace. So it is 4 bytes of data for an integer to be stored. For a double, it is 8 bytes of data. For a Boolean, it is 1. For a character, it is 1. And for a string, it is 32 bytes of data to be able to store that. Now, right here, I have 2 outputs, and I wish I would have spent a little bit more time making them look better, but I didn't. We have, would you like to continue? One of them accepts a character as the entry for yes or no, and the other one accepts a string. You can see that right here with the get line for choice string. And look at the difference here in sizes. Remember that a character takes 1 byte of data, where a string takes 32 times more space than that. And all we're ever expecting is 1 character. Now, I'm not suggesting that here inside of the scope of this particular program that 32 bytes or the 31 bytes of difference makes any real difference at all. There is no perceptible change in runtime or how much how much compile time. We don't have as end users any sense of the storage that takes. And truthfully, in most of the development that we'll be doing, we as developers don't have to care about storage. We as developers don't have to care about compile time or runtime or any of that kind of stuff, because most of what we'll do is near instantaneous. But as a developer, you should always use the smallest available variable type that you can use. So if you're expecting y or n, use a character, not a string, because it's smaller. Smaller means less overhead. Less overhead means runs faster. Runs faster means that your end user thinks it runs faster. So I did want to mention here that yes, your decisions as a developer do have an impact on how long it takes to run a program, how much storage it takes to be able to run a program. Depending on the device you have, that may actually be important. Maybe not here inside of this class, but it's important never to forget that.